So one more subdivision in the problem number 4, they are asking argument and modulus of a complex number. So this is given complex number. It is also in the fraction part. Why? Because numerator is one complex number. You don't confuse. 1 is also a complex number, but it is imaginary part is 0. 1 means I can write 1 plus 0 into I. So it is also a complex number, but here imaginary part of z is 0. That's why this complex number specifiedly we will call as purely real. Purely real. So it is also complex number, it is also complex number. Now this is in the form of z1 by z2 format. What we have to do, students? Denominator, what is the complex number is there, that conjugate you have to take, multiply and divide numerator and denominator and solve the problem. Correct, students? Right. Now I will solve it. See here. Solution. Let z is equal to 1 by 1 plus I. So we have to bring into this standard form. What is your standard form? A plus IB or X plus IY. So now it is Z1 by Z2 format. So you have to rationalize the problem. You have to simplify the problem. How to simplify means denominator conjugate. Conjugate means replace I as minus I. This plus I will changes as minus I. Suppose here minus I will be there, it changes as plus I. So now after that what we have to do? Multiply these two and these two. So 1 into that complex number you will get 1 minus I only. This is A plus B into A minus B. So 1 plus I into 1 minus I. So you can simplify more. 1 minus I upon Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 minus Z2, Z1 square minus Z2 square. So which formula we applied here? Z1 plus Z2 and Z1 minus Z2, which is equal to Z1 square minus Z2 square. So Z is equal to 1 minus I upon 1 square is 1 minus I square is minus 1. So Z is equal to 1 minus I upon 1 plus 1. So here you can write as I square value is minus 1. So 1 minus I upon 1 plus 1 is 2. I can write this value as 2 can be both values, 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 I. So now it is A plus IB format. This is A and plus place is minus IB format. Now we are going to calculate this modulus and this argument. I told what is meant by argument of a complex number. Z is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 I. So it is in the format of Z is equal to X plus IY. What is X? X is equal to 1 by 2. What is Y? Minus 1 by 2. Modulus of a complex number. Modulus of Z is denoted as mod Z. For that we have a formula, positive square root of X square plus Y square. Real part of complex number square plus imaginary part of complex number square. So real part is 1 by 2, 1 by 2 whole square plus of minus 1 by 2 whole square. So under root 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So we have it is 1 by 2. So you will get root over 1 by 2. I can write 1 by root 2 because root 1 is 1, root 2 is 2. So this is the modulus of a complex number. So this positive value we will take. Next, argument. So argument of a complex number. So in the given problem, X value is 1 by 2 and Y value is minus 1 by 2. So if X is greater than 0 and Y is less than 0, then Z lies in which quadrant? You know very well. X positive, Y negative, fourth quadrant. Correct, students? So it is in fourth quadrant. What is argument in the fourth quadrant? Already I told. So argument of z, which is denoted as theta, that is equal to minus tan inverse mod of y by x. So argument of z, theta is equal to minus tan inverse mod of y value is minus 1 by 2 and x value is also 1 by 2. We can cancel 1 by 2 and 1 by 2, you will get 1. There is a negative symbol, modulus of negative is positive, so minus tan inverse 1. So 1 value in tan is equal to pi by 4. So there is minus pi by 4 is a argument of the complex number, students. So like this we have to calculate modulus and arguments. We discussed many problems on that. So you have to concentrate on the concept always. Modulus and ANP. You have to consider what is modulus, what is argument, how to vary, which quadrant, how to changes. That you have to keep always in your mind. You can answer easy the problem, students. Thank you. Students, next problem continuation. We have the fifth problem. If x plus iy is equal to a plus ib upon a minus ib, prove that x square plus y square is equal to 1. So you have to prove this. This is given in the problem. How to prove this problem? See, students, x plus iy is equal to a plus ib upon a minus ib. Students, you can see the answer, there is given x square plus y square. You know that if a complex number is x plus iy format, when you will get x square plus y square? If you take modulus of a complex number, you will get root over x square plus y square. After you make square, it becomes as x square plus y square. Like that you have to get a thought. Idea barbecue. So mod x is equal to root over x square plus y square. That means you have to apply modulus on this problem. How to apply? Apply modulus on both sides. See, very important problem, easy problem. Apply modulus on both sides. Both sides. So if you apply the modulus on left side, mod of x plus iy, that means mod of this one complex number. Suppose if it is z, mod z, which is equal to, you have to apply the modulus on right side also. But right side we have two complex numbers. Numerator is 1, denominator is 1. So it is nothing but in the format of mod z is equal to mod of z1 by z2. So I told properties in the modulus of a complex number. You just recall it. Left side no change. Right side this modulus will be individual. That means ಇಲ್ಲಿ modulus combined ಇದೆ, numerator denominator. This modulus is for both. I can split the modulus numerator as well as denominator. That is a formula or property of modulus of a complex number. Correct, students? So you can see in the videos properties of modulus. I written as this property. So mod of z1 by z2, which is equal to mod z1 upon mod z2. Mod z2 is non-zero, then only it is exist. If it is 0, this value is not defined or undefined. In that case is not exist. That's why this will not 0. In that case we have to take mod of z1 by z2 formula is mod z1 by mod z2. So now by that formula I can write as this is mod of x plus y. Here no change. In the right side, I can write modulus is in numerator as well as denominator. Correct, students? Right. Now, what is modulus of a complex number? I told positive square root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Real part is x, imaginary part is y. Here also, numerator value first. Positive square root of real part is a and imaginary part is b upon what is modulus of this complex number? Root over real part is plus a whole square and imaginary part is minus b whole square. Be careful, students. So now under root x square plus y square. Here you will get it root over a square plus b square numerator, same. Denominator also you will get this is a square minus b whole square is nothing but b square. So by this what you understood, z is equal to a plus ib, students, correct or not? So mod of z is equal to root over real part square plus imaginary part square of positive value. Suppose you have to write a z bar, that means conjugate of a complex number. How you will get a minus ib, I replaced as minus I. You can take z bar conjugate, what you will get? Root over real part square plus imaginary part square. So mod of z bar is equal to, you will get again same value, a square plus b square. There is a square, even though negative it becomes positive. That's why you can see that mod of z value and mod of z bar value is always equal. I told in that properties also. So here to same values we can cancel it. You will get as 1 here. So left side is we have root over x square plus y square, which is equal to 1. But what we have to prove? X square plus y square. When you will get x square plus y square, you have to remove this root. When you have to remove this root, squaring on both sides. So squaring on both sides. Now you will get root over x square plus y square whole square, which is equal to 1 the whole square. This square and root gets cancelled. So x square plus y square is equal to 1. We proved it. So that only we are going to prove here, right side, x square plus y square is equal to 1. So we got it. So you have to get the thought when see the problem. Here x plus iy, in answer x square plus y square. That means real part square plus imaginary part square. Real part square plus imaginary part square you will get by applying the modulus. So modulus you have to apply, should not apply for one side because it is equation, should apply for both sides. That's why apply modulus on both sides and apply. You can go through the formula, you can simplify the answer. See students, this is also one more important problem they are given in the board exam. Find real theta such that 3 plus 2i sin theta by 1 minus 2i sin theta is purely real. First you have to know the meaning of that question. Find real theta, that means what are the all values for theta. Real values of theta we have to calculate. There is given one complex number. It is in the fraction format, that means z1 by z2 format. They told purely real. You know very well what is meant by purely real. If any complex number they will give a plus ib format, in that real part, in that imaginary part of z is 0, which is called purely real. Correct students? So first what we have to do, you have to bring entire this problem in this format. So we have here two complex numbers. You have to simplify and bring into one complex number. After that you have to equate imaginary part 0, then you will get the theta value. That is the meaning of that question. So now I am taking the given problem as z. Let z is equal to 3 plus 2i sin theta upon 1 minus 2i sin theta. Next, I told whenever the complex number is in the format of z1 by z2, you have to take always z2 conjugate. That means z2 bar by z2 bar. Multiply and divide with the conjugate. What is conjugate of a complex number? You have to replace I as minus I. So z is equal to, in the numerator, 3 plus 2i sin theta upon 1 minus 2i sin theta into this conjugate. I replaced as minus I. Already it is minus, you replaced one more minus, you will get plus 1 plus 2i sin theta upon 1 plus 2i sin theta. Now z equal to, you have to multiply the numerator. What is numerator value? 3 plus 2i sin theta into 1 plus 2i sin theta. So upon, we have denominator 1 minus 2i sin theta into 1 plus 2i sin theta. So you can simplify the problem. Multiply the numerator 3 plus 6i sin theta plus 2i sin theta plus 4i square sin square theta. So I did just direct multiplication. 3 into 1 3 plus 3 into 2 6i sin theta plus 2 into 1 2i sin theta plus 2 into 2 4i into I square sin theta into sin theta sin square theta. Now we have here a minus b into a plus b format. Z1 minus Z2 into Z1 plus Z2. There is a formula Z1 square plus Z2 square. Z1 square means 1 square. Z2 square means 2i sin theta whole square. So we can apply the formula here. Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 minus Z2, which is equal to Z1 square minus Z2 square. So you can simplify the problem. Z equal to, this is 3, 6i sin theta, 2i sin theta is nothing but 8i sin theta plus 4 into I square value is minus 1 and sin square theta upon 1 square is 1 minus 2 square is 4, I square is minus 1 and sin square theta. Students, carefully you have to simplify the problem. 1 square is 1, there is a minus, this is square for all the 3 terms. What are the 3 terms? Number constant, 2 square 4, I square minus 1 and sin square theta. You know very well, in the I values, I square is minus 1, so I replaced as where is I square? There is minus 1. So you can go more simplification. This is 3. That while writing this complex number, you have to write real parts separate and imaginary parts separate. Real part means there is no I value. Here also there is no I value. This is minus 4 sin square theta. This will becomes one set. You can put in bracket also, no problem. This is real part. Imaginary part means which term containing I. So I contained here. So you can write 8i sin theta. So now you can see the denominator 1 minus into minus plus 4 sin square theta. So z is equal to 3 minus 4 sin square theta upon 1 plus 4 sin square theta plus 8i sin theta upon 1 plus 4 sin square theta. So just what I did, x plus iy upon some number will be there, 2. This 2 is common value for both. So I divided x by 2 plus iy by 2. No problem in that. So this is nothing but one number. If you know the theta value, you will get one number. So this is making this part separate and this part separate. Understood, students? Now it is in the format of z is equal to x plus iy format. They told it is real, given that z is real. See, students, given that this is real, z is real. What does it mean? If it is a real, real means purely real. They told it is purely real, z is purely real. I told what is meant by purely real. What is meant by purely real, students? Its imaginary part is 0, then we will call purely real. In this complex number, this is real part. How to identify real part? That part will not contain I. Which part contain I? That is imaginary part. So this is imaginary part. In this imaginary part, 0 means I can write 8I sin theta upon 1 plus 4 sin square theta becomes 0. So this is nothing but 0 upon 1. You can take cross multiplication. So 1 into 8 sin theta, 8I sin theta, which is equal to 0 into everything 0. Now we need only theta value in the problem. That means sin theta except sin theta, these two terms also bring in the right side. If you bring that sin theta is equal to 0 by 8I. You know very well 0 by anything is 0. Correct, students? Right. So sin theta is 0. But here some theta value, trigonometric equations is there. So in the trigonometric equations I will explain detailed what is how vary theta value from principal. So in trigonometry we will explain detailed principal solution or general solution. What is meant by principal solution means the solution lies in between 0 to 2 pi, that is called principal, and the principal solution you can take in n terms, n times, that is called general solution. That time we will explain in detailed. Now you can see that sin theta is 0, your known value is in table sin 0 0, correct or not, students? But not only sin in one place 0, it is many places 0. Why? Because just I will explain briefly. I will explain. See here, so this is an angle, this is one ray, initial ray, this is a terminal ray. So the terminal ray can rotate in two directions, this direction or this direction. I told this direction as a anti-clockwise direction. So I told you, remember it, this direction is always anti-clockwise, or one more name is counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. If you move in this direction, this is called clockwise. Clockwise. In mathematically, this rotation we will take as positive angle. That means if you rotate in this direction, we will say this is positive angle. If you move in this direction, suppose this is OA. Now the ray is moving in this direction. This is called negative angle. Positive angle, negative angle. So the angle is not in 360. It won't end at 360. 360 ka end agalla re. It will goes to infinite. Suppose I will say that here. If the ray is rotates like this and will come to this position, you can see like this. This is initial ray. Terminal ray can rotates like this. Terminal ray starts on rotation and come to this position 90. These two are overlapping 0, and again it will move and overlapping here 180. It will overlap 270. This ray, this position is 90 ray. It will come to in this position 180. This ray will come to this position 270. This will come to and coincide here, it is 360. Matte start. You can get here 360 plus 90, 450. Again it will start second rotation. This is called second rotation. Again it will come here 360 plus 180. How much you will get, ray? 640. Correct or not? Again it will come to here 360 plus 270, 730. Sorry, 360 plus 180, 540. This is 630. Again it will come here 720. Then start third rotation. So angle will not end only one position. It will move the circular in many places. Adikade angle we have n times. That's why here we have n times if you take the solution, which is called general solution. Always we have to give in terms of general solution. So sin theta 0 means sin 0 also 0, sin 360 also 0, sin 720 also 0, sin 180 also 0, sin 540 also 0. It goes on like that. That's why we will write if sin theta is 0, theta is equal to n pi. N is belongs to z. What does it mean? Z means integers. You can put any integer here, you will satisfy this equation. Suppose if you put 0, 0 into pi 0, sin 0 is 0. If you take plus 1, sin pi is 0. If you take minus 1, sin minus 180 also 0, because 0 is neither negative nor positive. That's why this solution will satisfy any value of n. That means n is integer. Any integer of n, sin theta will get as a 0. So what is the solution of this solution? Theta is equal to n pi. N is belongs to z. This is the general solution. Without the topic you cannot understood. You just remember it, sin theta 0, theta is equal to n pi. Why it is n pi? We will discuss it in the trigonometric equations. Trigonometric topic I will start it. In that you can understood the clearly details. Understood, students? Right.